This is your Winning You Pick Tuesday video. You guys selected and voted for this one. Rubiel Mosquera versus Nick Walker. What a matchup. Get this video up to 500 likes and I will do the rest of the requests. But on with this one. It's going to be an upper body versus lower body. You can see that right out of the chute. And I am sure the rest of the poses will reflect that. Nick Walker, his arms, maybe some of the best in the IFBB. Cancel that. I think they are the best. We just seen Michael Krizo. He was dominating in the arm department against Rubiel. And that's obvious. But Nick Walker, I think more so. Upper body wise, the torso heap itself. Yes, Nick Walker does have a wider clavicle, I think. But a tiny midsection for this Rubiel. Nobody really mentioned that. His midsection, pretty trim, not even a whiffle of a triple treble bubble gut. And those wheels, some say he lacks separation in the quads. I don't know, they look fairly separated to me. And couple that with just unbelievable, cartoonish-like size. I would definitely give him the edge in the wheel department. Look at the calves, for goodness sakes. Nick Walker, he has some pretty big calves. But they look like dandelion spores compared to this big Hostetler stud. But as a whole, I think Nick Walker has more flow. He is more complete in the pose. But Mosquera is getting anything but bullied. And in the front lat spread, you might as well give him one back. Not only is he winning in the lower half, like he was in the front double, but in the upper body, he's actually getting Nick Walker. Nick has the capabilities, and I know some of you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but he has the capabilities, yes, of hitting a fantastic front lat spread. And when he does do that, when he figures out the combination, I've seen him hit a pretty good one. You know, New York Pro was not bad, a couple other situations. If he nails that, he can really get into the hunt and not be last in line in this shot. He can do a whole lot better and place higher, I think, in shows. But Rubiel Mosquera has anything but a weak front lat spread. So, might as well say tie game heading into the side. Oh my goodness. Wow. Like I said, upper body versus lower body. And you can see that. Nick is huge. Now he is opened up. And I'm sure the judges appreciate that. Shows more size. Shows more of your upper body. They don't want you to go totally front. It is a side shot after all. So I'm sure on the other side of the token, there's some judges that appreciate the way Rubiel is hitting the pose, where you can really see the thickness. Now look at the far pec on Rubiel. He is a friggin' stud. And lower half, this is not lacking separation whatsoever. In fact, he was taking Michael Krizo, even Samson from the side to school as far as the separation is concerned. The guy is ripped to shreds. And from the side, I'd give it to him. I'd give it to him over Nick Walker, even though, like I said, the display does prove that Nick Walker looks like he has a bigger upper body, wider anyway. And as far as being complete and flow, things of that nature, yeah, Walker would get an edge, aesthetics. But look at the muscle in the legs. Come on, come on. Side tricepsies, baby please. This one, it's a little bit of a blurry shot for Rubiel Mosquera, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think that he would destroy. He's eating people up in this shot. Not unlike the legendary Lee Haney used to do to his opponents. Just eat them up. Size. He's a dangerous man, and in this pose, I don't see anybody in the IFBB taking him. Not even Hunter Labrada. But what about the back? Yes, what about the back, Marks Max Muscle? His back's not bad. Nick Walker's got a pretty big back. His back looks bigger. Man, I don't know about sizing. I could have missized this one. Nick Walker seems to be spreading eagle quite a bit, so I could have made him even smaller. Even smaller. But having said that, I guess that's kind of making an excuse for Rubiel Mosquera. Doesn't have the biggest back, but there is athletes, top athletes out there that definitely do not have as good of lat insertions, things of that nature of this Rubiel. Lower half, I mean, what can you say? little more thin skin, or little less skin. Nick Walker, he's definitely winning in that aspect. And that's probably why Rubiel did ultimately lose to Samson Dowden, and I guess Michael Krizo too. Very thin-skinned individuals from behind, hamstrings, things of that nature. But yes, again, not getting bullied. Rear double by Nick Walker, a better shot for Nick Walker, but you could say the same thing for Mosquera, NECKZILLA. I forgot to call him NECKZILLA. Well, you guys know he's NECKZILLA. Still, he's probably losing to Nick. The back he is. Lower half, he's so gosh darn big. I mean, he's big, but he needs to be more sliced and diced. He needs to be more trimmed. That's my Jay Cutler impression, by the way. Yeah, he needs a little bit more condition, but guys and gals, this is his pro debut. And he just got his pro card the day before. It wasn't like he got his pro card and then had several months to prepare. It was an overnight situation where he jumped in and he's good to go. I mean, like I said, some more conditioning. All these guys are going to be hurting for certain. And here's the abs and thigh. Haven't heard that one in a while. Hurting for certain. The parents of the 80s and their threats. But abs and thigh would go to Rubiel Mosquera. Both of these guys possess some pretty separated abs. I would like to see NECKZILLA a little drier in that situation, the upper body, but he'll get there. And some more separation in the quads. But there's, like I said earlier, guys, big. He's big. Most muscular, same thing. What do you guys see? I do not see a smooth set of quads, Mooney. I don't see a set of smooth quads at all. I see a set of smooth. Yeah, anyway. I see a massive upper body for Nick Walker, though. Midsection. Again, look at that midsection of NECKZILLA. I have not seen one little whiffle of distension in that area. I mean, he doesn't have the widest clavicle. Neither did Phil Heath. And that's what excites me about this guy. Get those delts, just a smashing, huge, great big delts, and you'll forget all about the narrow clavicle in the morning. I promise you that much, dearie. But, yeah, the crab position, what do you guys think of the crab? It really accentuates that great, big, thick neck. And if you don't think a neck is important in bodybuilding, you ever see pumping iron? It's what Ed Corney said to Arnold. Your neck is better, he said, about Serge Nubret. And Arnold said, I know. Or he said something like that. Tell me about it. I haven't watched Pumping Iron in a few months. I'm starting to lose it. But either which way, guys, Nick, he has the wider clavicle. He could ultimately draw that weakness. You could call it a weakness. I don't think it's too much of a weakness here for Rubiel. And Rubiel could draw that weakness. And I don't think that's a weakness for Nick Walker. The lack of size in the quads. Of course, Tom Platz himself would have small quads compared to this dude. I think this guy's got bigger quads than Ronnie King Coleman. Ooh, that would be a matchup, wouldn't it, Flanders? But yes, I ultimately think Nick would be able to fend off this version of Rubiel, the back shots, and more than just the back shots. I think that was the thin skin, the things of that nature, the overall condition. I mean, if the guy's not defeating a top pro like Nick Walker in the conditioning department, then don't look for NECKZILLA to place ahead of this the mutant Nick Walker. And furthermore, that's nor here nor there. Nick Walker probably won't be competing until the Olympia, but you never know. By then, this guy could really turn some heads. He could beat a really top pro, get a ticket to the Olympia. He could very well be in the first call-out. But, I mean, don't look for that situation either. I'll be happy if he gets top 6 at next year's Olympia. But, I mean, talking about the 2024 Olympia already, wow. It is going to be a really big show. So, yes, ultimately, they'd give it to Nick Walker because of the conditioning, I believe. little more conditioning. Rubiel Mosquera is going to be a dream crusher and a legend killer as well. Hit thumbs up on the video. This is your request. Get it up to 500 likes. I'll do the other You Pick Tuesday videos. Have a great one, guys and gals and gals.